Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is Christmas season. So fun. I'm about to leave for Japan very soon. And there's one video that I wanted to show you guys. It is our favorite Christmas drinks. And so the kids are in bed, the little ones. The older kids are a youth group. It is 8:16 and Solo and I have the kitchen to ourselves and I am forcing him to film this with me. Doesn't he look excited? Actually, because one of them I'm not very good at making and he's an expert. So we're gonna show you how to make our favorite holiday drinks. Some of them we drink year round, one of them especially, but you guys have asked about it so many times, even though we've made it before, we're making it again. So that would be Kenyan Chai. That's what that dude's here for. We're making wassail. I probably say it wrong, but it's really good, a very good holiday drink. We're making homemade eggnog. Ever since we started making homemade eggnog, we do not like store-bought eggnog anymore. It's that good and it's so much cheaper and better for you. And it's not hard to make. And then we're also making, what else are we making? Oh, we're making a really good hot cocoa. So we're gonna show you our favorite 4 holiday drinks that you can use in December. You might have some of these ingredients around, but if you don't, they're not hard to find at all, most of them. So let's get started. First up, Kenyan Chai. Check out our eggs, guys. We have all one breed of chicken, the American breast, but some of them lay very, very white eggs and some of them lay almost brown. And they are known for their cream eggs, which I would say is that one, so pretty cool. We're gonna do a lot of things here, but we already have a lot of things laying out in the kitchen because that's how it always goes at our house. We got a bunch of English muffins. Because I'm leaving for Japan, I'm making a bunch of bread ahead of time, so we got 4 loaves here, 4 loaves rising over there, and we got some beans coming out of the electric pressure canner. But we're gonna make do and show you how to do this. So I think for all of them, let's just do just small portions, not what we normally make,
Okay.
so that people can do it for their households.
Sure.
Because not everybody has a mega household.
Step number 1, water. Depending on how much you're making, this is a cup.
Okay.
Not a measuring cup, it's just the cup you want to drink. That's my mother's measuring method. She does it based on what she wants to drink.
We do what our mothers did, don't we?
1 cup, that kind of cup, because the proportions are the same basically, based on how much you're making. So if you do 2 cups, you could do just slightly less milk, like a half.
So 1 part water to half part
Milk.
1 part milk to 2 parts water. And there we go.
Yeah. Cane sugar. For this much, I would do about a tablespoon for each cup. Maybe actually 2.
Kenyans like their chai sweet.
Then,
So we're switching our measurements around here, but you guys get the gist.
yeah.
If you like
It's
a lot of
actually
sugar, if you like it sweet, do it like that.
sweeter, you could add more sugar to taste. But
Oh,
in this,
or if you like it less sweet, yeah.
yeah, if you like it less sweet, you can do that. Yeah. There is no better tea than Kenyan tea. Now, my friend in Sri Lanka thinks that there is no better tea than Sri Lankan tea. That's a debate for another story. I'm not even arguing that. Can reach your goal. We actually get it on Amazon now, so it's really cool. Used to be the only way to get it was when families coming
Yeah.
from across the ocean.
Yeah, we
But
can
now-
link it for you, the one we like.
Yeah. Okay, so they have different tea bags, and this is the loose tea, and I would do, is this a tablespoon?
Yes.
For this much, I think I'll do a tablespoon as well.
So we do it lighter when we do it for kids, a little
Yes.
darker when Solo's having it alone.
The next thing is this chai masala, tea masala. If you don't have that, again, we get it from Kenya, but now we find them from Amazon as well. I'll link it as well. If you don't have it, no big deal. You can use ground ginger, one of the dominant spices in it. Here I just sprinkle a little bit, eyeball, just a little bit like that. I can smell it.
Like half a teaspoon or something.
Something like half a teaspoon for that.
You don't walk away from a chai pot.
You
let me
never
tell you.
do. And just like that, you bring it to a boil.
We usually do a huge pot and we have to watch it really closely,
Right
otherwise
there.
it's a big mess.
Turn it off. After a boil, yeah, you walk away from it and this whole thing.
It's a disaster.
Yes.
Ask us how we know many times.
I need a...
But if it doesn't boil, it's not real chai.
Yeah. And
especially according to Made, who is Solo's mom.
No, you also don't want to boil it for too long. Just a little boil. Bring it to a boil for a little bit and then you're done. So I turned off the stove as soon as the boil came.
Someone's not sleeping.
And if you have the skills, you can just pour it to the cup just like that.
So that would be one large mug. This is like a normal size mug.
This is maybe
that we
two.
made. Maybe
this
serving
is a good size
for
mug.
serving for 2. Are you gonna drink that tonight?
Oh yeah, you can't make me make chai and not drink. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm going to work.
This stuff is strong, guys. Oh, look at it, especially with that much tea.
No, it's actually not that much tea. This is
Okay,
actually
so it's 2 cups. Perfect. So this is a good date night drink. This one's so popular here that the one thing Judah's like, please, please bring is chai and the tea and the spices, because he is missing it. He forgot it, and he had planned, he wrote it down and everything and still managed to forget it. So I'm bringing him chai.
It is so simple, but such a good one for hot weather.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a chai latte.
Yeah.
It's a tea latte, but there's several different ways to make it. That's the real authentic original way, but some people do it. You could just 2 other ways to do it. One, you could, if you're British, you could boil your water
in the kettle. Only if you're British.
Have hot milk someplace, mix the two, stick a tea bag in there, sprinkle the spice and sugar, mix it up, and you drink it. The other way is doing all your stuff in it, with the tea bag in the microwave.
The kids do that all the time.
Yeah, but it tastes better this way.
It does, for sure.
It really does taste better this way. So, and it didn't take long to get it done, and it's very simple. Now, if you can't get a hold of Kenyan tea, you can also use black tea. Yeah. But it won't taste nearly as good. And also, whole milk tastes better with it, or even better than whole milk.
Raw milk.
Raw milk.
Although it's probably not raw after we boil it. We sure love it. It's very, very much one of our favorites. I actually don't like hot drinks hardly ever, but if it's a rainy, cold day or rainy or snowy day, I'll drink a cup of chai if it's early enough, because the caffeine gets to me. And if I'm in Kenya, I always am in the mood for chai. So we have used it with just ginger and without the Kenyan spice many times, because we don't always have that spice, but we do keep the tea on tap now because we get it from Amazon. And I'm sure we could get the spice there too. Actually, I've seen it. I'll link it. Solo's trying to put me on Be Real. Why are you on Be Real?
Because my children want me to try it. And
you want to spy on your kids? They're Be Real.
Asked me to be friends with them.
My mom's got to Be Real to follow her grandchildren. And they all laugh at her. She's the oldest lady on Be Real.
I'm probably the oldest now.
And she loves it. All right, I don't know where Solo is. I'm gonna convince him to come back. But next up is a drink that even if you don't like to drink it, it is very much worth making around the holidays, because it makes your house smell incredible and smell like Christmas. It smells so good. So we're gonna make wassail. I think my mom made it all the time. I don't remember how she made it, but she would make it when we were having company or Christmas parties, different things like that, and just to make the house smell good. But I learned this recipe particularly from, which is probably the same way my mom made it, but I learned it from Mindy, who is the raw milk dairy farmer we got our cows from, and she had a reel about it. So thanks, Mindy. I've made it a number of times, and my kids really like it. One thing I love about this one is it's caffeine free, and it's a hot drink that my kids can have that's caffeine free, that makes them feel like they're drinking chai, and it doesn't matter what time of day it is. When we make chai for them, we make it with very little tea, so that the caffeine impact is very low, but they still get the flavor. But this one,
only in the morning.
Only in the morning, yeah, for them. But this one is a good hot drink that you can drink anytime. I even like it when we have it left over and put it in the fridge. I like it cold because I'm not a big hot drink fan. But I like it cold even without the spice too, which I guess would be like cranberry juice. So simple, watch this.
You know why she doesn't like hot drinks? She's too hot for hot drinks.
In our Thanksgiving video when Solo said that he was thankful for a hot wife, someone in the commenters wrote and said they could not understand what he was saying. Was he saying hard? And we were laughing so hard because there's a number of words that Solo says that you cannot tell the difference of. Most Kenyans, honestly. What are they?
I don't know.
Heart, like my heart. A hat. Hot. The drink is hot.
Hurt.
Hurt. Oh, I got hurt. They all sound the same.
What are you making?
Hot. I'm making wassail. Okay, I got a couple kids here not in bed. So I'm dumping in a bag of cranberries. Yes, you see those cranberries in the store and you don't know what to do with them. And so you don't buy them. But let me tell you, buy them if you haven't already. Don't they look beautiful?
Not only that, it doesn't taste all that great. It's okay. Taste-wise.
Okay.
But boy, it makes the house smell so good.
Oh yeah, that's just what I said.
At least that part.
That's awesome. See, proof. This one is just gonna boil for a long time. So now I'm gonna use these. Now, without these, I think it would just be cranberry juice. But this is what makes it Christmas, especially. It's mulling spices. I got these right off of Amazon. I'll link these too. Who knew I'd be linking so much stuff in this video? But I just pour a little bit in. I don't care for a lot of spice, but honestly, it doesn't even take that much to make it smell incredible. So when I do it normally for our family, I do 2 bags of cranberries. Those bags of cranberries are pretty cheap. Then I do a huge pot, and as it boils down, you can even just keep adding some more water to it and boil it down for quite a while. As they're boiling, you'll hear those cranberries popping. So I'm gonna leave this for a while I show you the next drink, and I'll finish this one up at the end because it takes a little time. And you want it to take time. You want it to simmer on the stove and do all its smelling goodness. Let me interrupt this drink making party to show you a really good hack. But look at this, we got a roll of paper, also from Amazon, by the way. Oh, you can keep enjoying your chai. Taped it down, put out a few markers, and this was an all-day affair by every age in this house. So much fun, and best of all, I did not have individual papers all over the place because my kids really enjoyed drawing and coloring, and it was so great not to have a huge mess today. They all just kept coming back to that same spot.
That was a smart move. Good.
Thank you. Next up, I'm gonna make hot cocoa. Now I'm not just gonna make a cup of hot cocoa. You can make a cup on the stovetop. There's a lot of recipes out there and they're so yummy and creamy. But I have a lot of children and they come in from playing outside in the cold and snow and they want hot chocolate now. And I love having some mix that I prepared myself that's in my pantry that we can just add hot water from our kettle, hot water kettle, or we can warm up some milk and add it into the milk or the water. Very quick, very easy, and already prepared ahead of time. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. As you can see, I keep a lot of things in bulk around here. We're gonna use powdered milk, cocoa powder, powdered sugar, and I have my salt. You could add some cornstarch in here if it's just clumping up too much, but I don't. Powdered milk is actually something I keep around for an emergency situation technically, but I don't like to keep anything for emergencies that I don't use regularly, and the only time I pull it out and use it basically is when I'm making this hot cocoa mix. So I really like it because we go through a lot of hot chocolate or hot cocoa in the winter, and it makes me use up the powdered milk that's sitting in my storage, and then I replace it because it is good to have some backup plan of powdered milk, I think. So we'll do 2.5 cups of powdered milk. 1 cup of cocoa powder or cacao powder. I use both interchangeably, whatever I happen to have. And then 2 cups of powdered sugar. I am tainting the powdered sugar by using the same cup, so I got some cocoa in there. Belle's gonna notice when she bakes next. Finally, we'll throw in about a teaspoon of salt. Anytime you add salt to something sweet, it just kind of kicks it up a notch. I'm gonna get a lid on this and shake it up. Okay, how does it taste, you ask? Well, I'm going to use a taste tester named Eli. I picked Eli because he cannot tell a lie. His face will...
Yes, I can.
Oh, his face will show us.
Yeah,
he really is. His face will show us how he feels. And I was gonna say he's the only one up, but are you supposed to be in bed? Okay, so I'm boiling some water. We're just doing it the simple way. We could heat milk, like I said, and it'd be a little richer and creamier. So we're gonna get the real deal. So here's how you do it. You take 1/4 cup of your mix. I mixed it well by just shaking it. The camera may not show it, but it is all evenly colored in there. We're gonna put 1/4 cup down in the bottom.
That's a lot.
We may need a little extra depending how big the mug is. We boiled some water in our kettle. We labeled our mix.
So that much?
That's about right. He's adding a little milk. He hasn't tasted it yet, but it's a little hot. Ooh, and one more thing. Nana told me we gotta froth our hot chocolate.
Oh yeah, and the last
Or
thing.
Papa told me, one of them.
Oh, and the last thing is 2 pounds of sugar.
Yeah. Ooh, that makes it kind of nice and creamy. I like to put on next to the label how much to put in the cup so everybody knows. Okay, let's get.
I think it could be a bit sweeter, actually.
Okay, should we
I
put a
can-
little more in? Just a bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's a bigger cup, so that's
Yeah.
probably why we needed a little more. So thumbs up. Would you drink that after sledding?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I tasted it too. I think it needs a little more powdered sugar added to the jar, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna actually write the directions. I'm gonna put a label with the directions of the amounts to make it again on the back, so that, with the little extra powdered sugar in there, so that the kids can do it by themselves. I don't know why every time I make this recipe, I end up adding more powdered sugar, so I'm just going to adjust.
Now it's really good. Thanks to this.
Okay, there's the recipe we ended up with. We added 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, and now Noelle and up, Noelle is 8, won't need to find me to make a new batch. So that's always good. I got a lot of kids around here who know how to follow a recipe, and I love it. Of course, we love to add things like a few chocolate chips, some fresh whipped cream on top, or candy canes is really good, or crushed up candy canes melted in there. Make peppermint. Yeah, if we have marshmallows, but make peppermint hot chocolate so good. Lots of ways to mix this up and to, like we did, adjust it to your own taste. My cranberries are over here simmering away, smelling lovely. The last thing I'm gonna make is eggnog. Now, I know some of you think alcoholic drink when you think eggnog. We don't drink alcohol, and I actually did not grow up with it being alcoholic ever. I didn't even know that that was a thing. But we love just making like plain eggnog, and then we mix it often with ginger ale, which makes it, just kicks it up a notch. So my kids like it both ways. They like it with ginger ale, they like it without. I personally love it with ginger ale, but this one's a cold drink, so I'm excited about this one. And like I told you before, we don't even like store-bought eggnog after trying this one. It's just been a go-to that we've made for many years now. Okay, more bread came out of the oven. More children came home. Hi, children.
Hi, Mother.
It's time for me to confess, to admit something. I personally have never made the eggnog.
What?
Belle and Micah have.
That's crazy.
Luka's made it with a friend before.
Shout out to Rose
So I-
Bober.
So I was like, Belle, please give me your recipe, because I'm making it on a video tonight, and she just did not have it, so she just sent me some random internet recipe, and I didn't like it. It was very complicated. So I found another one. We're gonna try it. So you're gonna try it with us. It looks very simple, but I'm changing it a little because it's made with alcohol. So we're gonna make it alcohol free, and it's gonna be amazing, and Luka's gonna help me because Solo gave up on
I
me.
did not agree to that.
Could you get the blender? You're one of my giraffe children. Please. It's way up high up there.
I'm good.
Oh my gosh, my other giraffe child got the blender. Thank you.
I'm like an
I
inch
call them
shorter.
giraffe children. I hope that's not offensive.
That's very offensive.
Mom, I'm like an inch shorter than you.
I always tell Belle, Micah, Luka, giraffe child, can you please get the whatever? Oh, you're shorter than me still?
Yeah, I'm like an inch shorter than
Only for like 2 more days. Okay, Tori's getting out of here before I ask her to do too much. I hope it's amazing because that would be awesome. And it is raw eggs that we're using, but that's really good when you're using pasture raised eggs. I feel very good about using raw eggs. A lot of people don't mind doing it with store-bought eggs or pasture raised store-bought eggs or just regular store-bought eggs. But we've got them from our own backyard sitting on the counter. So here's how we're gonna do it.
You know, if you squeeze an egg on all sides over your head, it doesn't crack.
No, I'm not. I am not that dumb. Come on. 4 large eggs. We're gonna do a small recipe just in case it's not good.
Remember Little House on the Prairie? She like cracks eggs by just like tearing them apart.
Oh.
Can you do that?
Go ahead and do it over that thing. You're not gonna trick me today.
No, she actually does.
Oh,
I
okay.
think so.
Okay.
There's like a trick if you find like the right spot.
We watch a lot of Little House on the Prairie. Oh my goodness, just crack 4 eggs in the blender. Thank you. See, it's a high protein. Luca's all about the protein. It's a high protein drink. I think that's a new
All right,
layer.
biology with
there's
Luca.
a shell inside
So
the
when
shell.
the old layer dries up and becomes old,
Oh, maybe it froze. Maybe
the
it
cells come together and
Stop it. So next up is half a cup. He's gotta wash his hands. Half a cup of maple syrup. We are gonna test this for you guys so you don't have to make something that's no good. And then I love that it's a good sugar. Love that about this recipe. Okay, wow. This is gonna be a while. Okay, so you're supposed to blend this on high.
on high.
For 4 minutes exactly, like we gotta use a timer. Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes.
Press high.
4 minutes.
Put the lid on it. The recipe said you had to be very precise. So we were, and I'm proud of my little NutriBullet. It did not overheat. I did lose Luka in that 4 minutes. Ooh, it does feel warm in there though, let me tell you. So next up, we're gonna do 1.5 cups of milk and a cup of heavy whipping cream. I happen to have a lot left over from Thanksgiving. And yes, I buy my nutmeg in bulk. We're gonna do a teaspoon of nutmeg. We're gonna put it all in the blender and then just blend it for like 10 seconds. Okay, I got it all in there. I'm gonna put it on. I have an aunt who cannot stand nutmeg, and I think about her every single time I use nutmeg. Thanks, Aunt Bo. You missed the fun. Okay, you wanna pour it in the jar? We're gonna put it in the freezer so that we can taste test it for you yet tonight and tell you how good. Does it smell like eggnog?
Why is it chunky?
What? It's not. It can't be chunky. Not after 4 minutes. No, it's just coming out in clumps.
That's literally the same.
It's coming out like,
Oh, that's
no, there's no way.
Watch.
Oh.
Viewers tell me I'm not right.
No, it's foam. It's just
chunks.
foam. No, it's not. Okay. We'll get back to you on this one.
It's literally thick with 3 C's and a Q.
What? Okay, we have circled back to the wassail. Can you believe it? So you can see how it's boiled down quite a bit. So you could just keep adding water, like I said, and keep it going. But we're gonna strain it out so I can show you how it goes. The more spice you add in there, the better your house is gonna smell. So be really generous with the spice, more than I was, because I don't like drinking quite as much of it personally. So this batch is for me.
Story time. Basically, my mom accidentally drained all of this and then
I
tried
did not drain all of it, just started and then I realized
to delete the video. So you guys want to know she messed up.
it's true.
Exposed.
It's true.
Our tribe of many exposed.
It's 9:51. When I lived in Kenya for a while, the people I lived with, like Aunt Sharon, they called 9 o'clock. All the missionaries called it 9 o'clock missionary midnight, and I used to like wonder why. Now I really just think it's old people midnight. It feels like I'm working after midnight right now. Okay, show what I'm doing. I just dumped all this cranberry stuff. This time I didn't dump it down the sink like I did the first time. We didn't do much of it. Just a tiny bit. You were actually the one that did it.
You told me to.
So you're gonna just kind of crush out the juice. I'm gonna give all this stuff to my chickens.
Oh, we don't eat. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yes, so what we're left with is some good, ooh, look at that. I'm just putting it through a thinner strainer because the other one
There's an angle.
is fast but not good. All we have to do is add a sweetener now. So I typically add, I'm too old for that close-up bagel. I typically add brown sugar, but I don't have any mixed up, and it is after missionary midnight, so we're going to add just white sugar. Brown sugar is very good. We're just gonna put some white sugar in there, and it is so good. Look at that beautiful color. You could do about a cup of brown sugar. A cup of brown sugar would like be for the big pot that I normally do, but I'm just gonna dump some sugar in here and see. Yeah.
Does this go in the eggnog?
No.
Oh, this is just for you to drink?
This is wassail. It's a good Christmas drink. Didn't you have it the last couple times I made it?
No.
Ooh, it is so good. I kind of like it with white sugar, actually. I've never done that before. What's your reaction? Gotta slurp it real good.
Ugh.
You don't like it?
No, it's good.
Oh, okay.
I meant that in a good way.
What? Does it need more sugar? Oh my gosh, you're killing me now.
No, it's good. I like it.
He's making that reaction every time he takes a sip, but he keeps going back for more and more. He said it's strong.
Yeah.
I actually love it with the less spice. Sometimes I do more. It makes the house smell better with more, but stronger. But I personally like it with just a little spice. So I think it would be good cold that way too. I'm going to use a little bit in the bottom of my homemade kombucha even. So lots of uses. It's foam, not chunks. Okay, our eggnog is cool. He doesn't drink it out of that yet. He just, that was
Tell me you didn't see that.
I saw it was foam. Okay, we'll see if he gets some chunks. Chunks of what, egg?
I don't know. I'm chunk.
Is it good? Or do we need to go back to Belle's old recipe?
It's minty.
What?
Did you put mint in it?
No.
How many grams of protein?
It is minty. Well, he's on glass too, so I think it must be pretty good. All right, guys, there it is. We have our hot cocoa, our chai, our cranberry wassail, and some eggnog that was very good. And for the simplicity of making it, I think we'll definitely do that one again. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.
Thumbnail.
No. No. Can you do like
To the one that is, I'm recording. Get a good shot.
No, wait, come on. Slow down. Can you see the drinks kind of?
No, I can't see them. Obviously. Say cheese.
Cheese. Do that again.
Oh, that's a cooking rod.
No, I wasn't pointing the camera there at all.
What? Where are you pointing it?